Ooh, oh God, I bumped my freaking knee. Jeez Louise with extra cheese. Anyway, guys, what's going on? It's Spy Cat, and today's actor, water on my face. Because my hair was messed up, so I went downstairs and put water on it. I'm wasting the flash time on the light, so let's go. Today's actor, Leonardo DiCaprio. He was born November 11th, 1974. He's 41 years old, and one of my all-time favorite actors. I loved him ever since, not loved him like that. Loved his... I grew up with Growing Pains, and that was my all-time favorite show. I looked up to Kirk Cameron and Leonardo DiCaprio. I remember I would do that thing that he did in Growing Pains where he's like, kind of stupid. But anyway, here we go. Leonardo DiCaprio, my movie collection of him, and yeah, here we go. So the very first thing he was in, and like always, I'm going to try to go down the line, his first movie role or appearance down to the newest movie that I have of him in my collection. So the very first thing that he was in that I know of was 1991 season 3 of Roseanne. He's in the episode called Home Ec on disc 3. He just has a real short, little tiny appearance in Darlene's classroom. So that's the first thing he was in that I know of. The next, his first movie role was in Critters 3, right here. Critters 3. And, yeah, that was his very first guest appearance, and it even says it on the thing right there. And I actually got this with a good friend of mine when we ran into each other at Amoeba. Let's see. And then it says on IMDb or whatever that he was in a small part in Poison Ivy also in 1991. I don't remember him being in this, but I guess he had a small part in it. And also 1991, 1992, he was, this is the best thing that I remember him being in, was Growing Pains. He plays the kind of abandoned homeless kid, and the Seavers end up taking him in, and he has trouble lying all the time. He's always making up stories because he doesn't want people to know that his dad, you know, gave him up and kind of didn't want to take care of him and stuff. I think this is what made Leonardo DiCaprio. Not Kirk Cameron, what the heck am I talking about? And then the next movie he was in that he actually had like kind of a bigger role in was This Boy's Life. And this one was in 1991 or something like that. He plays kind of the troubled, he's always getting into trouble kid in This Boy's Life. I remember he's the only child of, the mother basically is, you know, a mother on her own or whatever, single parent, taking care of troublemaking, rebellious Leonardo DiCaprio at a really young age. And Leonardo DiCaprio doesn't like when Robert De Niro comes in and becomes a boyfriend, and they just hate each other. And Leonardo DiCaprio just gives Robert De Niro a hard time, and Robert De Niro ain't taking that crap. Let's see, let's go on to the next one. He was in What's Eating Gilbert Grape, where he kills the movie role playing a mentally challenged brother, I think, of Johnny Depp. This movie right here, I watched in class, school, or whatever, and it's just a great movie. I love this movie. Every movie he's in is just the best. You know, well, yeah, every movie he does is the best, to me. The Basketball Diaries is one of my all-time favorite movies of all time. He nailed this role. This is what made him. He's a young kid in a Catholic school where he gets hooked on coke and heroin and uppers and downers, along with his classmates. I think Mark Wahlberg's in this movie too. It's just a really, really great movie. His best friend dies of AIDS. Really good movie. It just shows how far he goes in his addiction. You know, he goes so far where he's like blowing old men for a hit and everything. It's just really, he acted that so good. Next movie I have, this is kind of a forgotten about movie that isn't really talked about, is Total Eclipse, where he plays it's really, really, really weird. He plays the role of he's like gay in this movie, and he's messing around with this older guy that's like 40 years old. It's really, really weird movie. I never could watch this whole thing through. He was also in Marvin's Room, where he plays a troublemaking kid. He kind of kept that kind of rebellious teen role. And this movie, I just remember he has a small part in. He's like in an institution or in like a crazy home for kids, kind of like what I was in. Pretty good movie there. And of course, the movie that made his career in like the movie theater. I've been on him since Growing Pains and his first role in that. So everyone else who liked him because of this movie, you guys don't know what's up. I liked him since he was in Growing Pains and stuff. That was my all-time favorite show. But Titanic, this is the collector series right here. It's a really cool out-of-print edition here. Got some really cool features and stuff like that. Really cool edition. Love this edition right here. And I also have that edition in VHS, which, as you guys know, VHS gives you an even bigger picture there. I mean, who has this? This thing is awesome. I remember I only paid $4.99 for it at Amoeba, but this thing is just awesome. All-time awesome. It's got your little movie clip thing here. Clip of the movie, whatever the heck that means. And then it's got like a big book. And then it's got the regular tapes that are always at Goodwill for some reason. Don't know why. It's like people got sick of Titanic. I didn't get sick of Titanic. I might have to watch that bad boy at some point soon. He was also in Celebrity. This is a kind of, it's a black and white movie, but it's a Woody Allen movie, and he had a part in that. And this is the movie that he did to try to get away from that good, pretty boy image that he had from Titanic. He wanted to kind of show more of him like kind of a bad boy again. And it's The Beach. Forgotten About movie. This movie's kind of hard to find, but this is one of my favorite movies of all time. I've watched this so many times in when I was like 10 years ago when it came out. Gangs of New York, or it was more than 10 years ago. Gangs of New York with Daniel Day-Lewis. Great, great movie right here. Nailed the part. Won Academy Awards like most every Leonardo DiCaprio movie. Catch Me If You Can. You guys saw this on my Tom Hanks one. Great movie there. Aviator. You know what? I didn't like this movie at first, but then I watched it again, and it's a great movie. He ends up getting like in a plane crash, and he can't use his legs or anything or something. He's like paralyzed for a little bit, and he nails the part in this one too. Blood Diamond nails the part in this too. Really good movie, full of action and everything like that. And to tell you the truth, that was in 2006. I haven't really bought many of the newer movies just because they're always like a little bit more money. I am going to get The Revenant. Great, great movie. The best. I love those adventure grizzly against man movies, and that had the best part out of like a lot of movies. Even The Edge with Anthony Hopkins. But the newest movie I really have is The Departed. I thought that I had Revolutionary Road. In fact, I do have it, but I just don't know where it is. I look for it, but I'm not going to look for it. I have thousands of movies. Maybe I sold it. I don't know. But I don't have Shutter 2. Or no, Shatter Island, whatever. Shutter Island, that was a good one too. I don't have a bunch of his newer movies like Wolf on Wall Street and all that one. I'm really all about the earlier ones, but I will get those if they're cheap just to have them. And I don't have The Quick and the Dead. He did a little Western with Sharon Stone. There's another movie that I just saw on IMDb that I never even heard of before. But yeah, guys, that was my Leonardo DiCaprio collection, and on to the next actor. Oh, and I tried to be a little fun and different in my, what was it? I just did it. My Michael Keaton one with all the Batman stuff. I just kind of wanted to... I feel like I rushed that video, but it's okay. It was all in fun. I was all excited because I got a new job and stuff like that. I've been working the last 3 weeks really hard, moving couches and furniture into houses all day for like 10 hours a day, getting some muscle and everything like that. Pretty cool. But I was just, you get into that fast routine, and I think I did that Michael Keaton one really fast, and I was messing up, so I was acting really stupid and funny and stuff like that. But I hope you guys like that one. And yeah, the next actor I'll do, I have a couple actors that I'm doing right now. I wanted to get rid of a whole row of actors so I could put them back in genre. I got Keanu Reeves, Brad Pitt, Matt Damon, Ben Affleck, and Brendan Fraser. Those are the next actors that you guys are going to see me do, the movies that I have of them. So, see you next time. That's it. I'm glad the freaking Flash finally stayed on till the end of this video. Oh. And Spy Cat with my cat, signing off. Did you just take a dump? Oh, man. Sweeties, what the heck? Whew. P.U. I'll feed you later. Hold on, I wasn't done yet. Sweeties, I wasn't done yet. Can you please move out of the way? You almost knocked down my camera. Thank you. I'll feed you later. Bitch. Okay, guys, anyway, don't turn it off. I wasn't done yet. I still have 2 VHS copy tapes of these Leonardo DiCaprio fan favorite bio, whatever you want to call it. Sweeties. Oops, sorry, girl. Why are you being a biatch today? Why? She's so soft. Okay. Feeding time's in a bit. Okay, anyway, guys. Thank you, sweeties, thank you. Okay, here we go. Anyway, guys, I forgot that I left out 2 VHS copies of these, like, fan favorite Leonardo DiCaprio tapes. I got them at a video store that was going out of business, mainly because, I'm a fan of him, and definitely pretty gay that I have these things, but they're cool, they're super rare. These never were released on DVD, which is kind of why I like collecting VHS tapes that aren't on DVD, and these are definitely not on DVD. Really hard to find, and that's why I grabbed them. And yeah, they're pretty gay. But anyway, I'm a Leo DiCaprio fan, and so if you guys didn't turn it off yet, yeah, here it is. Boom, got that one. I guess it's like kind of a little biography or whatever, showing like moments of him and everything like that. Okay, yeah, that was it. Now, we're finally done with the Leonardo DiCaprio My Movie collection. And Sweetie's plopping her big old butt in the way, trying to tell me to feed her, when she just freaking ate. That cat's getting too fat. That cat's a pain in the butt. See you guys next time.